In the grand hall of the Galactic Empire, leaders from across the galaxy gathered. The room was filled with the sound of murmurs as they took their seats around a large round table. Bright lights shone down, casting a glow on the serious faces of the council members. Today, they were meeting to discuss a threat that none of them had ever faced before: the humans of Earth. The High Chancellor, a tall alien with green skin and sharp features, stood up first. He cleared his throat, trying to catch everyone's attention. "Fellow council members," he began, his voice echoing through the hall, "we face a crisis like no other. The humans claim they can shift their star. We must decide how to respond." Many council members exchanged worried glances. Some were skeptical of the human threat. "They are bluffing," said a member from a race known for their fierce pride. "Humans are weak. They cannot move a star!" "But what if they can?" countered a wise elder from a planet covered in oceans. "We have seen their technology. They have surprised us before. We should not take them lightly." A heated discussion broke out. Some members believed that the Empire should attack Earth to show strength, while others argued for peace. The council was divided. The High Chancellor listened carefully, knowing that this decision would shape the future of the Empire. "Let's not forget," said a soft-spoken member with bright blue skin, "that humans are creative and resourceful. They have shown that they can overcome great challenges. We should consider a diplomatic approach instead of war." Several members nodded in agreement, but others shook their heads. "Diplomacy is a sign of weakness," shouted a commander known for his ruthless tactics. "If we do not act now, we will lose our power. We cannot let humans think they can threaten us." The High Chancellor raised his hand, calling for silence. "We need to hear from our experts. What do we know about this human technology? Can they really shift a star?" An engineer from a distant planet stepped forward. She was known for her knowledge of science and technology. "The humans have developed advanced systems that could manipulate energy fields," she explained. "While moving a star may seem impossible, their abilities are impressive. We must treat their claims seriously." The room grew quiet as the council absorbed this information. The thought of humans moving a star sent shivers down their spines. It was a power that could change everything. "I propose we invite human representatives to demonstrate their technology," suggested the blue-skinned member. "We can see for ourselves what they can do. This will help us decide our next step." The idea sparked a new round of debate. Some members worried that this could be a trap, while others saw it as a chance for peace. The High Chancellor listened closely to the arguments, trying to find a balance. "Let us not forget that if we treat humans with respect, they may respond in kind," he finally said. "We need to show them that we are strong, but also open to dialogue. I will call for a meeting with their leaders." With this decision, the tension in the room eased slightly. The council agreed to reach out to the humans, but they were still unsure if this was the right choice. Would humans accept their invitation? Would they come in peace, or would they see it as a sign of weakness? As the meeting drew to a close, the members left with heavy hearts. They knew that the fate of their empire hung in the balance. The question remained: would the humans respond to their offer, or would they prepare for war? Outside the council hall, a sense of uncertainty filled the air. The galaxy was on the brink of change, and all eyes were now on Earth. The day of the Human Technology Show had finally arrived. The Galactic Empire's council members gathered in a vast high-tech arena. The room was filled with a buzz of excitement and tension. Aliens of various shapes and sizes filled the seats, eager to see what the humans could do. Colorful banners hung from the walls, displaying the symbols of the Galactic Empire and Earth. As the lights dimmed, a spotlight shone down on a stage at the front of the arena. Humans stood nervously, wearing their bright uniforms. They were ready to show the galaxy what they were capable of. A tall human, who was the leader of the group, stepped forward. His name was Captain James, and he had a confident smile on his face. "Welcome, honored guests," Captain James said, his voice strong and clear. "Today we will show you our technology and our ability to manipulate energy fields. We hope this demonstration will help you understand our power and our desire for peace." The audience watched closely, some with skepticism, others with curiosity. Captain James gestured to a large machine behind him. It was sleek and shiny, with blinking lights and a large screen. "This is the Stellar Manipulator," he explained. "It can create energy waves strong enough to alter the course of a star." As Captain James spoke, the machine hummed to life. Bright lights flashed, and the air filled with a low, powerful sound. The audience leaned in, their eyes wide. They could feel the energy in the room. A member of the council, a large alien with many eyes, whispered to his neighbor, "Can they really move a star?" "This is unbelievable," Captain James continued. "We will now demonstrate how our technology works. Watch closely!" He pressed a button on the machine, and the screen lit up, showing a holographic image of a star. The crowd gasped as they saw the star's bright light flicker. "We can create waves of energy that push and pull," Captain James explained. "With enough power, we can change the path of a star. But we must use this power wisely." As the demonstration went on, Captain James and his team worked with precision. They controlled the machine carefully, sending waves of energy toward the holographic star. The star began to shift, moving slowly to the side. Gasps filled the arena as the audience witnessed this amazing feat. "This is incredible!" shouted a young alien in the crowd. "If they can do this, we must be careful." But not everyone was impressed. A member of the hardliner faction in the council stood up, his face twisted in disbelief. "This is a trick! They are using illusions to fool us!" Captain James turned to face the accusation. "This is real," he said firmly. "We can show you the results outside this arena. We have the power to protect our home. We only want peace with the Galactic Empire." The audience fell silent, considering his words. The hardliners whispered among themselves, but others were beginning to feel a sense of respect for the humans. As the demonstration continued, the stellar manipulator displayed different energy patterns. Each wave showed how the technology could be used for both good and bad. Captain James emphasized that humans believed in peace and cooperation, not destruction. "Together we can achieve great things," he said. "We are not your enemies. We only want to live in harmony." After the show, the audience erupted in applause. Many council members stood up, cheering for the humans. They were amazed at the power and potential of this new technology. As Captain James smiled, he could see the change in the crowd. The fear and skepticism were fading, replaced by curiosity and hope. Perhaps this demonstration had opened a door to understanding. After the applause settled, the High Chancellor rose from his seat. "We must discuss what we have seen today," he announced. "This technology could change everything for the Galactic Empire." The humans felt a surge of hope. They had shown their true abilities, and now they waited to see if the Empire would respond with fear or friendship. Outside the arena, the galaxy held its breath. The future of Earth and the Galactic Empire was uncertain, but the technology show had sparked a new possibility. Would peace be possible, or would war follow? The answer was just beginning to unfold. After the technology show, the atmosphere in the Galactic Empire changed. Many council members were impressed by the humans and their abilities, but not everyone was convinced. Some still wanted to show strength against Earth, fearing the rise of a new power. Among them was Commander Zarnak, a fierce alien known for his ruthless tactics. He believed that the only way to deal with humans was to crush them before they could grow stronger. However, in the shadows of the council chamber, a different story was unfolding. A small group of council members who had watched the demonstration were beginning to see the potential for friendship with humans. One member of this group was Lyra, a kind-hearted alien with shimmering silver skin. Unlike Commander Zarnak, she saw hope in the humans' actions. Lyra met secretly with a few others in a dimly lit room. "We need to reach out to them," she said passionately. "Humans showed us their technology and their desire for peace. We cannot ignore this opportunity." "Are you sure this is wise?" asked Rel, a cautious alien with orange scales. "What if Commander Zarnak finds out? He will see this as a betrayal." "I would rather be seen as a friend than a foe," Lyra replied firmly. "We can learn so much from humans. If we do not act now, we may regret it later." The group hesitated but eventually agreed. They decided to send a message to Captain James, the leader of the human team. Lyra took the responsibility to write the note, expressing their interest in forming an alliance. Later that day, Captain James received the message. He was surprised but excited. "They want to talk to us," he exclaimed to his team. "This could be a great chance to build a bridge between our worlds." Captain James and his team prepared for the meeting, eager but nervous. They understood that not all aliens were ready to accept humans. As they arrived at the meeting place, a quiet room in the council chambers, they felt the weight of the moment. When they entered, Lyra stood waiting for them, her silver skin gleaming in the soft light. "Welcome," she said warmly. "I am glad you came. We want to understand each other better." Captain James smiled, feeling a sense of relief. "Thank you for inviting us. We believe in peace and cooperation." The conversation began to flow easily. Lyra asked many questions about Earth and human technology. Captain James shared stories of their history, their struggles, and their dreams for a better future. He spoke of the wonders of Earth, the blue oceans, green forests, and diverse cultures. Lyra listened intently, fascinated by everything James shared. "Your world sounds beautiful," she said. "I never imagined humans had such rich histories." As they talked, Lyra shared her own experiences, describing her home planet and its people. She explained that not all members of the Galactic Empire wanted war. "Many of us see the value in working together. We believe that your technology could benefit us all," she said. The meeting lasted for hours, with both sides learning from each other. Captain James felt hopeful as they discussed ideas for collaboration. "If we work together, we can find solutions to our challenges," he said. "Imagine what we could achieve." But outside the room, Commander Zarnak was not far away. He had heard whispers of the meeting and was growing furious. "This is a betrayal!" he shouted to his followers. "We must put an end to these talks before they become a real threat." Meanwhile, inside the room, Captain James and Lyra continued to bond over their shared visions for the future. They had found a surprising friendship, one that could change the fate of both their worlds. As they wrapped up their meeting, Lyra said, "We must be careful. Not everyone will agree with us." Captain James nodded, knowing that their newfound friendship would face many challenges. But for now, they had taken the first step toward understanding and cooperation. They both felt a spark of hope that perhaps together they could build a brighter future for their peoples. Outside, the galaxy was on edge, unaware that two beings from very different worlds were ready to change their destinies. The excitement from the technology show and the meeting between Captain James and Lyra was still fresh in the minds of the Galactic Empire Council members. But not everyone was happy. Commander Zarnak felt the threat of the humans growing stronger each day. He knew he had to act quickly to stop them before they gained more allies. One night, while the council members were busy discussing plans for future cooperation, Zarnak gathered his closest supporters. "We cannot allow these humans to become our friends," he said fiercely. "If they unite with Lyra and the others, they will become unstoppable. We must sabotage their efforts." The council members nodded, agreeing with Zarnak's dangerous plan. "What do you have in mind?" asked a tall alien with dark scales. "We will create chaos," Zarnak replied, his eyes shining with anger. "We will make it seem like the humans are dangerous and untrustworthy. We can plant false evidence and disrupt their technology." His followers cheered, motivated by his words. They began to plan their scheme, determined to ruin the humans' chances of forming an alliance with the Galactic Empire. Meanwhile, Captain James and Lyra were busy preparing for their next meeting. They wanted to show the Council even more of what humans could do. James was excited about the potential for friendship. "If we can demonstrate our technology and share our knowledge, they will see we are not a threat," he told Lyra. Lyra agreed, but a sense of worry crept into her mind. "I hope we can convince everyone to trust us." "Commander Zarnak seems determined to fight us," she said, glancing nervously at the door. The day of their presentation arrived. Captain James and his team set up their equipment in the council chamber, eager to show the aliens their advancements in technology. But something felt wrong. The atmosphere was tense, and several council members whispered among themselves, casting suspicious glances at the humans. As Captain James began the demonstration, he noticed something strange. The stellar manipulator, the machine they had previously showcased, started to malfunction. The lights flickered, and the machine emitted loud, strange noises. "What is happening?" he exclaimed, trying to regain control. Lyra's eyes widened in shock. "This shouldn't be happening!" She rushed to help him, but the machine was getting worse. Suddenly, sparks flew from the machine, filling the room with smoke. Panic erupted in the council chamber. Aliens screamed and scrambled to find safety. Captain James tried to calm everyone down. "It's just a malfunction. We can fix it." But his words were drowned out by the chaos. Zarnak watched from the shadows, a sinister smile on his face. This was going perfectly. The humans would be seen as a threat, and he could use this incident to turn the council against them. Amidst the confusion, Lyra pushed through the crowd to reach Captain James. "We need to stop this! It could ruin everything!" she shouted over the noise. James nodded, his face set with determination. "We have to figure out what went wrong." They both rushed to the machine, working together to turn it off and assess the damage. As they struggled to regain control, a council member shouted, "This is proof! Humans cannot be trusted! They brought this danger to our home!" Zarnak seized the moment, stepping forward with a loud voice. "See? This is what happens when we allow humans into our council. They will bring chaos, not peace." His followers cheered, fueling the fire of mistrust. But Lyra stood firm. "No! This was an accident! Humans are here to help us, not harm us. We cannot judge them by one mistake." Her voice was strong, and for a moment some council members looked uncertain. James finally managed to turn off the machine. The smoke began to clear, and he turned to the council, his expression serious. "We can fix this. We will prove our technology works. But you must give us a chance." Zarnak's eyes narrowed, realizing that Lyra and James were gaining support. "We must vote now! We cannot allow these humans to remain in our midst," he shouted, trying to rally his followers. As the council debated, Captain James and Lyra exchanged worried glances. The battle for trust had begun, and they knew they had to act fast. They had to find the real cause of the sabotage before it was too late. The tension in the room was palpable, and the future of their alliance hung in the balance. Would they be able to uncover the truth? Or would Zarnak's plan succeed, driving a wedge between the humans and the Galactic Empire? The council chamber was filled with tension as the members debated the fate of the humans. Captain James and Lyra stood at the front, their hearts racing. The recent sabotage had shaken the trust that they were trying to build. They knew they had to act quickly to clear their names and prove their commitment to peace. Commander Zarnak paced back and forth, his expression grim. "We cannot allow these humans to remain here. They have shown us that they are a danger to our way of life," he shouted, trying to stir fear among the council members. Captain James took a deep breath. He knew this was his moment. "If you think we are dangerous, then let us prove you wrong," he called out. "We are not your enemies. We want to help, not harm." The council members turned to each other, whispering among themselves. Lyra stepped forward, her voice steady. "We have seen what humans can do. They are not like Zarnak says. They have brought us technology and knowledge that can benefit us all. This sabotage is a desperate act by those who fear change." Some council members nodded, but others remained unconvinced. Zarnak seized the opportunity. "You must not trust them! They have already shown their true colors." He gestured toward the damaged machine. "Look at what happened! We cannot risk our future on these creatures." Captain James felt a surge of determination. "We will not back down. We will show you the best of humanity. We invite you to our ship to see our technology and learn about our culture. You will see that we come in peace." The room fell silent. This was a bold move. The council had never accepted an invitation like this before. It could either prove to be a bridge to understanding or a trap. After a long pause, a council member named Oren spoke up. "If we accept this invitation, we must go prepared. We cannot afford to be caught off guard. If humans are dangerous, we must be ready to defend ourselves." Lyra quickly agreed. "That is wise. We will provide security during your visit. You can see for yourselves that we are not a threat."